This is Chicago's very own WGN Evening News at 6.
As we mark Women's History Month, the Trailblazing Chicago police lieutenant is retiring after 35 years on the force. But she plans to continue working to spread hope and faith to fellow officers. WGN's Gaynor Hall has her story.
I remember when I was 9, one of my dad's friends said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I said, "I want to be a police officer." And he said, "You can't be a police officer. They don't let women do that." And my dad turned around and he said, "Don't ever let anyone tell you you can't do something. If that's what you want to be," he said, "you go for it." So I did.
Lieutenant Jeanette Flynn joined the Chicago Police Department in 1985. On Friday, she became the last in her class to retire after a career where she was often among the first.
And I was the first woman on the tactical team in the 1st District. Some men were okay with it, but there were a lot of men that still felt that we should not be there. You know, that this was a man's job and women didn't belong. And so it took time to gain their trust and let them know that we were going to support them and back them up and that we could do the job.
Over the decades, she served in many roles as an instructor teaching tactical driving maneuvers.
If you ask any of my officers, they'll tell you that I can handle the car.
She worked in the intelligence section.
They only had one bathroom, so we had a stick that we would put on the door when women were in the bathroom so the men didn't go in.
There was no women's bathroom.
There was no women's bathroom. No women's locker room. It was interesting.
And for the single mother of 2, one of her toughest assignments was in the youth division.
The hardest part in my career was seeing the children that were abused. That took a toll on me. And I still have sleepless nights sometimes thinking of some of the situations that I've seen with the children.
But Flynn says her faith guided her, and she's helped to guide other women in the department.
She's very uplifting. She gets you going.
Since 2017, Sergeant Christina Knapsick worked with Flynn at the training academy.
The things she's learned, the stuff she's passed on to me is immeasurable. She's a trailblazer for sure. She's done so much, and she's taught us so much on how to be a good boss and how to be a good person. So as a woman, her ability to lead really helps me try to emulate her as a supervisor.
Flynn turned in her star, but she's not going far.
In a couple of weeks, I'm going to, I'm taking some classes on becoming a police chaplain. So I'm going to move forward in ministry. I love my job, and I love the men and women of the Chicago Police Department. It hasn't hit me yet.
Gaynor Hall, WGN News.
Wow. Thank you, Lieutenant Flynn.